When did someone's false accusation against you backfire spectacularly? Kelsey grabbed another mom by the elbow at Thursday practice and announced loud enough for everyone to hear that my 8-year-old Sadie was actually 12, and we'd been lying about her age to dominate the under-10 soccer league. I saw her texting on an iPhone behind the bleachers and wearing mascara, and she was talking about middle school homework, Kelsey insisted while pointing at my daughter, who was struggling to tie her cleats by herself. By Saturday, 3 families had filed formal complaints, and the league commissioner pulled me aside, saying Sadie would be banned from the championship game unless I could provide extraordinary proof of her age by next week. That night, Sadie climbed into my bed sobbing because kids were asking her to buy them lottery tickets, and one boy wanted to know if she remembered when Minecraft was invented. Mom, they think I'm in middle school and Brayden asked me to help him with pre-algebra, she hiccuped while clutching the stuffed unicorn she'd had since she was 3. Kelsey had turned my daughter into a social pariah over a soccer trophy, and I was running out of time to fix this before the championship. But while gathering evidence for my daughter's defense, I discovered something about Kelsey's son that changed everything. I spent the next 3 days assembling the most insane evidence binder ever created with hospital footprints, dental x-rays, growth charts, and 7 years of school photos. While adding Sadie's kindergarten finger painting that looked like a diseased potato with legs, I found an old basketball roster in my files from when I'd helped coordinate league schedules and noticed Kelsey's son Everett was listed as 12 years old last year, which would make him 13 now, not 9 like she claimed on his soccer registration. At Saturday's game, I watched this supposedly 9-year-old kid order black coffee from the snack stand, and when he helped his mom carry equipment from her car, he parallel parked the minivan perfectly, while she grabbed the gear from the back. The morning sun hit his face just right, and I saw actual stubble on his upper lip that he'd clearly been shaving, and when he yelled to his teammate, his voice was deeper than my husband's. I remembered that my friend Natalie had coached that basketball team, and still had the original registration forms in her garage, so I drove over that night, and we dug through boxes until we found Everett's paperwork with his real birth date. It was confirmed. He was 14 years old in an under-10 league. I took photos of everything, knowing I had to wait for the perfect moment to expose this. Championship Saturday arrived, and Kelsey stood up at the pre-game parent meeting demanding Sadie be age verified before taking the field. If she's really 8, then her parents should have no problem proving it right now in front of everyone so we can ensure a fair game without any middle schoolers pretending to be children. She crossed her arms triumphantly while other parents nodded and turned to stare at me, expecting me to fail. I stood up with my enormous binder and started slapping documents on the picnic table like a detective revealing evidence in a murder case. Here's everything proving Sadie is 8 years old, including her birth certificate and baby teeth x-rays, and a video of her learning to walk in 2017, I said, while Kelsey's smug expression started to crack. Then I pulled out my phone and said very clearly so everyone could hear, I completely understood your concern about age-appropriate players, which is why I was so confused about Everett's 5 o'clock shadow and his ability to drive, and the fact that according to this official roster from the basketball league, he's actually 14 years old, not 9. Kelsey opened her mouth to cut me off, but I continued. Your 14-year-old son, who's probably counting down the days until he can get his learner's permit, has been playing against 8-year-olds for 3 years, while you accused my daughter, who still believes in the tooth fairy, of being 12 because she can kick a ball straight. The silence was so complete you could hear someone's juice box crinkle. Kelsey's face went from red to ghost white, while Everett suddenly burst out with, oh thank God I don't have to pretend to care about Pokemon cards anymore. I haven't watched cartoons in 4 years. This is such a relief. The league commissioner banned Everett from the game immediately, and announced Kelsey was under investigation for falsifying official documents. Kelsey tried to grab Everett and leave, but he was already telling another kid how he had to delete his Instagram before every game so no one would find out, and the commissioner said they needed to stay for paperwork. Sadie scored 3 goals in the championship, including one where she did a celebration dance that was pure 8-year-old joy with no coordination whatsoever, and afterward, she made the travel team. Meanwhile, Everett had to join the under-15 league, where he went from being the biggest kid to getting demolished by kids his actual size.